Yes, the topic is pressure of planes on the subject engineering graphics applicable for students studying B first year. Please read the question. A pentagonal lamina of side 30 mm rests on VP on one of its corners with its surface inclined at 30 degree to VP. Draw its projections when the side opposite to the resting corner is inclined at 45 degree to the HP. The question is about pentagonal lamina. Pentagonal lamina will have 5 sides. Okay, the corners are marked as A, B, C, D, E. Okay, rest on which plane you refer the question? Rest on VP. So assume the lamina is placed on the vertical plane VP like this. Okay, this will be the position of the lamina, pentagonal lamina, placed in such a way that the side AE, I assume the side AE is perpendicular to the XY line. Perpendicular means vertical with the XY line. XY line is the joint connecting the VP and the horizontal plane HP. Okay, this will be the portion of the pentagon, and this particular view is called as the front view. This will be our first diagram called as base position front view. You get the full pentagon you can see in this view. The corresponding top view shall be projected on the horizontal plane. Okay, consider the spherical as a point A. The point A goes like a ray, and the merged point with A will be E. Okay, it's projected on the XY line itself. XY is the joint. Okay, and that particular point is marked as A. The merged point with the A will be E, that is put in bracket. Okay, that I show it in this video. This A is projected point. Hidden point with the A will be E, put in bracket. Similarly, B is projected on the XY line itself. It's marked as B, bracket will be D. Similarly, C is projected on the XY line, is marked as C. A line joining A and C is called as a top view. As this is the front view, the corresponding top view will be viewed in this direction. The points are projected on the XY line. A line joining A and C is called as a top view. Top view will be one horizontal line merged with the XY line itself. So this will be our second diagram to be drawn called base position top view. So you should not imagine, moreover, you should not imagine that the irregular tiltation is not accepted. For easy understanding, you do like this. You understand like this. This AE is perpendicular with the XY line. So this will be the portion of the what is called as a plane lamina. So that this corner, C corner, will be extreme right side. You should not imagine like this and all. Irregular position is not accepted. So you have to easily understand the concept and you have to draw the correct diagram. That is our aim. Okay. So let me draw this diagram on the marker board or on the what is called as a sheet using the drafter scale. First you draw an horizontal line called as the XY line. It's a reference line. Perpendicular to the XY line. Above the XY line, draw one vertical line using 2H pencil like this. The side of the pentagon is given as 30 mm. 30 mm means 3 centimeter. Okay. So above the XY line, on this vertical line, you mark one side as 30 mm 3 centimeter. A line is drawn using the protractor with reference to this point as the center of your protractor. Turn your protractor, mark, and the total angle in the circle is 360 degree. Pentagon will have 5 sides. So you will get using calculator, you get 72 degree. Keeping this point as the center of your protractor, mark an angle of 72 degree. Read like this: 0, 10, 20, 72. Put a point. Join the marked points using freehand scale. At the same time, you have to take the distance. What is given as 30 mm 3 centimeter from this point to the next point. So this is remaining length, you can erase it. Similarly, turn your protractor with reference to this point, a center of a protractor, mark an angle of 72 degree. Read like this. Put a point. Join the marked points using freehand scale. And the distance is taken as, every time you have to take the distance as what is called as 30 mm. Okay. Next, with this point a center, turn a protector, mark an angle of 72 degree, read like this. Join the marked points using freehand scale and take the distance at 30 mm along this line. This will be the closing side. You can join it or you can check it using protractor also. So draw it using H or HB pencil as it is object line. Okay, we give letters in this manner so that you can understand the concept easily. A, B, in this pattern you can give letters. So this will be point A, B, C, D and E. Perpendicular to XY, draw one reference line using 2H pencil, lighter line. And this part is called pentagon part. Adjust your pentagon, turn your template so that any one side of your pentagon of side 25 mm should match with this vertical line. Adjust it. So leaving the center of your pentagon, count which hole it falls. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth hole. Every fourth hole you locate point using pencil. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth hole. So remove your template. Join it using a freehand scale. So this is a pentagon of this shape. You have to draw it. The corners are marked as A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash and E dash. Okay. So let us dimension this. Draw an extension line from point E. Similarly from point A, draw a dimension line using the vertical scale of a drafter. Put two narrow arrows at both the ends of the line and you can mark the size as 30. Don't write mm. This view is called the base position front view. As the object, Pentagonal Lamina rest on VP means I am imagining the full pentagon rest on VP, full contact on the vertical plane is called front view. Is completed. This is our first diagram. Next, corresponding top we are going to draw it. So take a 2H pencil, draw a vertical projector from A. From B, if you draw, it also merges with the point D. From B, you draw a vertical projector. It also merges with the point D. From C, you draw a vertical projector using 2H pencil. Where it intersects with the XY line shall be marked as, this is A. So this point is A. Merged point is E. This point is B. Merged point is D. This point is shall be marked as C. Remember, you can erase it or you can leave it as it is drawn by using 2H pencil. Join A and C is the corresponding top view, one horizontal line merged with the XY line itself. This is our second diagram completed. Understand? So usually letters with a dash will come in the front view notations. Okay, you have to put A dash. This is front view. A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash. Okay. Next, the sequence is like this. First, we are completing the base portion front view and the top view. Next, we go for surface inclination angle. The surface is inclined at, read the question, surface is inclined at 30 degree to VP. Inclined to VP means that angle will always comes below the XY line. It's a straight line concept. You have to refer previous videos on projection of straight lines. So inclined to VP at an angle of 30 degree. Okay, inclined to VP means earlier the object was placed like this. Corner rest I have to turn towards the right side like this. But what is given in the question? Rest on one of its. But what is given in the question? Rest on one of its corners. So I have to tilt this object towards the right side like this. This will be the surface inclination angle. You can see it in the top view. This angle is given as 30 degree. Surface is inclined at an angle of 30 degree to VP. So that this point C will have contact on the vertical plane. In the top view, you can see this angle. Inclined at an angle of 30 degree to VP. VP inclined means that angle will always seen in the top view. You can see this angle. Turn like this, you can see a diminished pentagon. Diminished pentagon. The points are projected on the vertical plane. This is point called A. This point is A is projected on the vertical plane as marked as A dash. Similarly, B is projected on the vertical plane marked as E. Similarly, B is projected on the vertical plane marked as B dash. C is already in contact. D is projected. E is projected. Joining all those points, you get a reduced pentagon. In the surface inclination front view, this is the direction of the front view. You can see one reduced pentagon. When I turn like this, you can see the rose color portions. All the points will be visible in this direction, but the size of the rose color portion is now reduced. That reduced pentagon is this will be our fourth diagram. Okay, corresponding top view is projected on the horizontal plane. That I will explain. C is a resting corner on the VP, and this angle seen in the top view is surface inclination. Top view is given as 30 degree in the question. So the points are projected on the horizontal plane also. This is point A. The merged point with A will be E, that is put in bracket. Is projected on the horizontal plane. Similarly, B is projected merged with D. Similarly, C is projected on the horizontal plane. And all those points you can join, you get one inclined line in the top view. That inclined line is, that inclined line will be our third diagram. Okay, the angle of inclination with VP is 30 degree. That comes below the XY line as per straight line concept. So looking from the top, the observer can see one inclined line. This is surface inclination, top view. Okay, surface is inclined at an angle of 30 degree to VP. You can see one inclined line. That inclined line will be our third diagram. This is surface inclination, top view will be one inclined line. That is, this is that inclined line. The points are projected on the horizontal plane. This is point, extreme point is A. A is projected on the horizontal plane. Merged with A will be D, put in bracket. Merged with A will be E, put in bracket. Similarly, this is B point, is projected, merged with D. Similarly, C is having contact on the VP. So that point is projected on the XY line itself, marked as C suffix 1. You can see one inclined line. That is, this is that inclined line. C will be in contact with the XY line itself. As the corner rests on VP itself. Okay, is projected on the XY line itself, the point C. This is surface inclination, top view will be our third diagram. Understand? So this will be our third diagram, which we're going to draw it now. Okay, so next we go for other angle later part of the video content. So let me erase this part. So locate any point on the XY line away from these two diagrams. Let me locate it here. So take your protractor, turn your protractor, mark an angle of surface inclination angle is given as 30 degree. With this point as the center of your protractor, mark an angle 30, read like this, 0, 10, 20, 30, put a point. Join the marked points using freehand scale. Okay. So the length of the inclined line is taken from the previous top view. This is our top view. This point is corner rest, means this is at the C point. The C suffix 1. Top means with letters, no dash will come. Okay. So this is located point C suffix 1 on the XY line. Take your protractor, turn your protractor. The printed line of your protractor, this is horizontal printed line of your protractor, must coincide on the XY line. Okay, this is center of your protractor, should coincide with this C suffix 1 dash. So keep your protractor like this, adjust your protractor and mark an angle of 30 degree. Read like this, 0, 10, 20, 30, put a point. Join the marked points using freehand scale so that you will get an angle 30 degree. This angle is 30 degree. Understand? So next I will do take the distance from the previous topic. Take the distance with the C as center. Cut a arc on this inclined line. Cuts it here. This point shall be marked as A suffix 1 bracket E suffix 1. Next I'm going to remaining length, you can erase it. Next I'm going to locate point B. Take the distance using compass. This point shall be marked as B suffix 1. Change the letter. D suffix 1. Join C and E A by H or HB pencil as it is object line visible out visible line. Okay. So this is surface inclination angle is given as 30 degree. Understand? Next I go to draw the fourth diagram. This was our third diagram completed. The fourth diagram, I'm going to draw the front view, surface inclination front view. How to draw this? Draw vertical projector from A. Then horizontal projector from A dash, previous diagram. From the previous diagram, okay. The both horizontal A and vertical A intersects at here. Shall be marked as A suffix 1. So this is a line called a projection line drawn by using 2H pencil. It's a lighter line. A, this is B suffix 1. Next from C, draw vertical projector. This point of intersection will be horizontal C, vertical C, C suffix 1. 1 dash. Dash will come in for front view points. Similarly, this is C. Next, this will be horizontal D, vertical D. Is D suffix 1. Next E, vertical E, horizontal E. This point is E suffix 1. Join all those points by freehand scale. Go in sequence. Don't jump to the points. Using H or HB pencil appears to be dark. This is corresponding surface inclination front view. Front view will always comes above the XY line as per first angle projection method. So this is our fourth diagram completed. Okay. Next we go for other angle. The surface inclined at 30 degree to VP is completed. Next, draw its projections when the side opposite to the resting corner is inclined to the 45 degree to HP. Angle inclined to HP means that angle will always comes above the XY line. Inclined to HP means that angle will always comes above the XY line. So the resting is a side opposite to the resting corner means what? Side opposite to the resting corner. This is the resting corner C. Okay, this is AE is the side opposite to the resting corner. Understand? Is to be inclined at an angle of 45 degree to HP as per the question. Here how it is the diagram. In the diagram means this is the diagram. AE is the side or edge opposite to the resting corner is vertical. Vertical with the or perpendicular to the XY line is to be inclined at an angle of 45 degree to HP. That is its meaning. So I have to turn this Pentagonal Lamina towards right or towards left. So I turn this lamina so that this side AE is now perpendicular to the XY is to be inclined at 45 degree to HP. So I am tilted like this. Okay. This will be the final projection. This AE is a side now tilted to an angle of 45 degree to VP. 45 degree to HP. Okay, this will be the final front view. Corresponding final front view is to be drawn as a fifth and sixth diagram. All the points will be visible to the observer in the seeing in this final front view. You will get irregular pentagon. Correspondingly, you will get one irregular top view pentagon in the top view that we follow in this procedure. Okay. So A is the side opposite to the resting corner C is now vertical is to be inclined at an angle of 45 degree. Like this or like this you can place. I place like this. Now vertical is to be inclined at 45 degree means I will draw like this. Okay. Locate one point on the XY line. Okay, take a protractor, mark an angle of 45 degree inclined to HP. Inclined to HP means that angle will always comes above the XY line. Read like this 0, 10, 20, 35, 45, put a point. Join the marked points using 2H pencil. Okay, this angle is 45-degree inclined to HP. This is located point on the XY line. Take your protector. This is baseline of your protector. Printer line, horizontal line is a baseline of your protector. This is center of your protector, must coincide with this located point. Keep your protector like this. Adjust your protector. Okay, and mark an angle of 45-degree by holding the protector or by pressing the protector so that it will not shake. Mark an angle of 45-degree. Read like 0, 10, 20, 30, 45. Put a point. Join the marked points using freehand scale so that you will get an angle 45-degree like this. Understand? Okay. So this point is E and this is A. Okay, we'll mark E. Here it is E1. Look at one point on this inclined line. Let us mark this as a point. Okay, E suffix 2. I'll change the letter. Take the distance EA in your compass, keeping E as center. Cut a arc on this inclined line so that this point is shall be marked as A. A2. Understand? Similarly, mark next to A will be B. Take AB distance in your compass. Cut a arc on this, keeping A2 as center. Here A, from A it is taken. Similarly, from A you draw one arc. Okay. Previously we know E. This is E. Okay. From E you take the distance EB distance. The both arcs intersects at this point. It shall be marked as B2 dash. Dash will come for front view diagrams. Okay. Next to B will be C. Take AC distance in your compass, keeping A as center. Cut a arc on this diagram. Similarly, from EC distance is taken as a compass, keeping E as center. Cut a arc. The both arc intersects at here shall be marked as C2 dash. Next will be D. Take ED distance in your compass. AD distance is taken as a compass. Whatever distance you take it, correspondingly you have to mark it in this diagram. That is its meaning. So both arc intersects at here shall be marked as D2 dash. Okay. Join all those points using a freehand scale, using HRHB pencil, AB with the C, with the D, with the E, with the A. From this diagram, the same shape, same size is copy pasted at here. Instead of being this edge AE opposite to the resting corner is vertical, here it is inclined to an angle of 45 degree to HP. Correspondingly, all other edges or the points will change its orientation. Okay, the same shape and same size, only the orientation changes. Instead of vertical, here it is inclined to 45 degree as per the question. Okay, this is final front view, comes above the XY line, fifth diagram. Now I am going to draw the final top view. Okay, so draw vertical projectors from all the corners, vertical A, horizontal A. Both intersects at here shall be marked as A suffix 2. Dash will not come for top view corners, A suffix 2. Okay. Similarly, follow the procedure. Next to A is will be B, A2. Next to B, horizontal B, vertical B, B2. Next is C. This is C2. Next D, D2. Next is E2. Join all those points using freehand scale and HRHB pencil. Go in sequence. A2, B2 with C2. Okay. Next is D2. Next is E2. This is our final top view. Okay, this is our sixth diagram completed called final top view. Okay, yes. Understand the concept and practice and score good marks in the university examinations. Thanks for listening. Yes. It's about Pentagonal Lamina of side 25 mm. The corresponding answer diagram is shown in this part of the video segment. Yes, this is a final, what is called as first diagram is about base position front view, and its corresponding top view will be horizontal line. Okay. Next, third diagram is surface inclination top view and its front view. Fifth diagram is a final front view and final top view. Okay, the sequence are written using numbers, and right side lower part of a diagram you can draw two guidelines and you can write common representation. All dimensions are in mm. Millimeter is a unit followed for dimensions. This 25 and all in terms of millimeter. So these are the drawing appears when drawn on the drawing sheet using various grades of pencils. And thanks for listening. Yes.